Hello watchers. Today I've got a very big box and I'm going to spend the whole video talking about a box. Not really, I swear. I'm just going to open the box. This is from Archer & Olive. I knew I ordered it, but I had no idea that it would only take 9 days to get here. I thought it was going to take like a whole month. And there was no customs to pay on it. It was already done with Archer & Olive. So there's been no headache in that, which I think has seriously sped up the process. So when you have, if you do order from Archer & Olive, click the shipping option that basically says including customs and taxes or import duties, something like that. And it means it'll get here quicker, and also there won't be anything to pay at this end, so it's already paid for, it's done. And it's, oddly enough, it's cheaper to do it that way than it is for it to come this way. Because last time I got an Archer & Olive product, it cost an extra £33 on top, and that was just for 2 notebooks. So Lord knows how much this box would have cost. But yeah, just a little heads up there. Okay, so let's start with the extras that I ordered. Now, last time I ordered a journal, it didn't come in a box. So that's interesting. It just came in like a plastic wrap. But obviously, Archer & Olive are listening to people and understanding things, and they're constantly experimenting and changing their products. So that's why I've decided to give them another go. But a lot of Archer & Olive products are available in the UK to buy now from particular stationaries. However, the box, the teal sort of mint colour box, is a subscription box from Archer & Olive, and I don't believe they're available in the UK as of yet, so these do have to come from the States. But this stuff, I believe you can just get from the UK. So let's open it. I've got some washes because I always run out of washi tape because I use it for all sorts of stuff. I forgot what this set is called. Does it say? I forgot what it is, but I'll put it on screen. But look how nice this stuff is. With a little bit of gold foiling on there. I just love the sort of green colours. And a little teeny tiny one. That's a great little set. And then we've got some plastic wrap. I think these are the Archer & Olive's own pens that I've been interested to try, because a lot of people have been raving about them, saying they're better than Posca's, they're better than Malto, yeah. I keep wanting to call them Maltoffs, but they're German, not Russian. Let's get in. But obviously these pens are going to work probably best on Archer & Olive's own paper. It's an interesting package. I've never had any of these before, so this is my first set. Oh, got a blending palette, directions for use. The packaging is so nice, but I mean, it seems like a lot just for pens, but oh, they have an interesting smell. Oh no, wait, that's the foam. Oh, what's in there? See, I can't see over the top yet because the box is too high underneath. Oh, they're spare nibs. Handy. So there's a nib. So we'll have a little swatcheroo of all of these a little bit later. But this palette, I think, is a fall, one fall selection is the one I went for, because I do like my autumn colours. And then this one should be a notebook, a Napoleon notebook. But I do like how they come in a box now, because I do keep all of my sketchbooks and sometimes notebooks. But I always like to keep them in like boxes because it keeps the sun off them and also it keeps dust off them. So it's a great way to store them. So I can look back when I'm an old lady and go, I remember doing that. Or why didn't I do that when I said I was going to do that? I don't know why. But yeah, just for memory keepsakes. So, oh, this is a nice box. Oh, this is so big. Did I order one this big? I'm very confused. Let me go grab my blackout journal. It is big. Wow. I think I prefer a big though, because I always used to say I need a bigger journal. This was the blackout journal that I used for bullet journaling. I will leave a link to the cards in above for A, when I unbox this, and B, when I set it up, because you might still want to use the stuff I used. I'm just going to grab a Nova, because I know the Novas were a little bit bigger than the Archer in Olive. So I assume that's A5 and then that's B5. So this is even bigger than the Nova. And the only reason why I like Novas is because the dot grid inside is 3.5 millimeters. So it makes, for me as an architect, things much easier. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, if you're listening, Archer and Olive, if you will do a dot grid that's 3.5 instead of the 5 millimeters, because for me it's too big and it ends up spacing out and it makes things look messy. But on a 3.5, for some reason it just looks neater, and it also works better for scale as well. When I'm drawing floor plans and things, the squares equal perfectly to 1 meter, so on certain scales. But does it say anywhere what size this is? It just says 160 pages, dot grid pages, 160 GSM ultra thick paper, which is what I love about Archer and Olive. I can throw gouache at it, I can throw ink at it, it works. I mean, it even says no ghosting or bleeding, perfect for markers, fountain pens and even paint. I can contest to that. So let's get this book out. I have to say, I know you can't see it up there, but I think you can see it on the side camera. Look how nice that looks. Isn't that just nice? This is what they call Napoleon. That nice little bumblebee. Gold foiling. This is the linen cover. I think they've started doing leather ones. My only issue with, I like the feel of the linen better than the leather, but it does pick up every little bit of fluff. So, super smooth paper as always. There's the weird page at the front, which I always turn into a pocket anyway. But yeah, this is just as smooth and just as nice. So we've got craft, super white paper, then we've got some craft paper in there. And then also some blackout paper, which, is it the same as the one I originally had? Yep, I'd pretty much say it's the same, just a bigger format. I'm shocked that it's bigger, but I'm happy that it's bigger. Because for me, this is a much nicer space to work on. You do get 2 ribbons. Ooh. You can see that on the side camera. But on the end of one of the ribbons, you get the little logo, which is nice. That's a lovely finish. Really nice. And I suppose it also helps to remember which ribbon you're using one for. So they're nice. And oh, we've even got a pen loop. Did we have that in the last one? Yes, we did have that on the last one. I just never used it. But it doesn't get in the way. It's not cumbersome or anything. And then when you get to the back, you've got another weird page. And also a pocket, which is very well done. Because I know one of my gripes with the original one, well, not the original, my original one, was how lumpy it was. And there wasn't even a pocket. I've just realised that. Like you could feel where they've put all the things in, so it did make it difficult towards the last few pages. But because they've put a pocket in now, you can just about feel them, but I'm guessing, yeah, they're not going to be an issue on the last few pages, so well done. I love this. This is so nice. The reason why I got a Napoleon as well is basically I wanted a Giant Swatch book. And it's much bigger than I originally thought, so I'm really happy. Ooh, I've already got some... Oh no, it's rubbing off, just a bit of chalk or something. Powder. But I wanted to try it on... to see what the acrylographs are going to look on the different pages, but also some other media that I'm going to use, because I've just got lots of bits of paper everywhere with swatches on, and it's like I can't keep track of them, so it's going to be my Giant Swatch book, this one. I'm so happy it's bigger as well. Super duper happy. I have just joined on Facebook a group. I mean, I hope it's okay to say in my video. I can't see why it wouldn't be. And it's a group of people that love Archer and Olive, but it's where you can trade. So say if I got this and I wasn't happy with it for some reason, or it didn't suit my needs anymore, I could then say it in the group that I wanted to trade or sell, and then there's other like-minded people that have got items that they want to trade or sell. So it's great, especially with the subscription boxes, because obviously there might be a few items in here that you might not want or you're just not going to use, so you can always trade it for something that you might use. So I think that's great. I will leave a link in the description bar down below, because obviously the more people you get involved, the more trades that go on and help. But it's nothing to do with me. I've just stumbled across it and thought it was a fantastic idea. So yeah. But let's get into the Beauty Comes From Inside box. But look how nice this box is. It is so beautiful. Let's see if I can show you. Oh, it's so heavy as well. So heavy. It just imprints the beautifulness. And I know a lot of people were complaining that their box came mucky, but mine came inside another box. So I've got a pristine one, I think. Because I can understand why people want to keep these boxes, because they are so nice. And the colour. Beautiful. So, let's get it open. Ooh. Now I have seen a couple of videos, which is what made me want to buy this. So I've got a good idea, but to see... anyway, okay. Ooh. I have two menus. This box is called the Journey box, by the way. And they give you a barcode, so it'll show you how you can use some of the items in the box. And it gives you a list of menu of prices. There's no point me doing like a price comparison, because a lot of this stuff you can't get in the UK, or, you know, you buy Archer and Olive for the brand Archer and Olive, so there's no point me trying to compare it with any other things, because it is an Archer and Olive box. It's not like an art subscription box that's got lots of different brands in it. So there's no point in me trying to do a price comparison. Plus, the Archer and Olive stuff that you do get in the UK is pretty much the same price as what you would pay in the US anyway. So I think they're doing a really good job of that. So I'm not going to do any price comparisons or anything. But look at this toe. Oh my god, it is so thick and canvas. Oh, look at this. I'm guessing it's faux leather, but that is just, oh, that is nice touching. But look at the screen detailing on this. It is so nice. So, so nice. And it is so thick as well. Oh, hello. We've got a zipper pocket inside, which I've never seen in totes at all. So it'll keep all your valuables a bit safer. It is not a YKK zip, so just be wary of that, which means, I mean, it opens and closes fine. I'm sure it'll be fine, but YKK are like the creme de la creme zips. Don't ask me how I know that, I just do. And then on this side, you've got a pen loop to put pens in. Because you're always scrambling around at the bottom of your bag for a pen. Always. I don't care how digital this world gets. We are still going to need pens. You always do. But that is so nice and beautiful. Then we've got a little box of acrylographs, which I believe you can't buy these in like the sets. These are exclusive to the subscription boxes. I'm sure they'll probably release them at a later date, but for now they're just at the boxes. But I'll swatch those out with those at a later date. Well, not a later date, probably later in the video. But they're nice. I know that's a journal. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is, in this box we've got some stamping. So we've got a big acrylic box. And then a little one. And then some inks as well. I think this is a gold and a black, I think. It doesn't say what brand they are, but the shape of them I think is a particular brand, but I can't remember who. So whether it is them or not, or if it's Archery and Olive's own, I don't know. That's nice. I do like stamps. I don't know why, I just do. But that's a travel journal. I will just put that there for now. Then we've got 2 packs of sticker sheets. And I believe there's 2 sheets in each pack. But look how nice these are. With the gold foil is what I'm trying to say. They are really nice. I like that. I know I've stopped sort of bullet journaling in the artful sense of bullet journaling, but I still do planning and stuff, and I do use a lot of stickers in there just to brighten it up. So these are going to come in super duper handy, as well as the stamps. But look at these. So these are what you stick on the acrylic block, and then the reason why it's good to have acrylic block is so you can see exactly where you are stamping. So these are super duper nice. I love the balloon. Such a nice idea. Then of course the classic Archery and Olive leaves. So nice. Then in here we've got another journal. We have another 2 journals. Whoop. Whoop whoop. I forgot about this. I thought it was just one big journal and a little journal. I think that's it. Yep. Just some little very recyclable packaging. Let's just put this beautiful box gently on the floor, because I will keep it. But yeah, let's get these things open so we can have a really good look. So this one is 44 blank pages, 160 GSM, of course, and it's what they call a traveler's sketchbook, actually. Again, beautiful boxing. Oh, this is leather as well. Let's take it out of the box, plop it there. But look how nice the packaging is as well. So that's their standard boxing package with the leaves, and then this is there for this subscription box of the beautiful balloon and stars. That is so nice packaging, super duper nice. Pop that there. Let's get this thing open and have a feel. Again, another pen loop and a ribbon to keep everything closed. Is it 160? I think it's because the pages are smaller, but it didn't feel like it for a second there. But this is nice. It'll be interesting to see how watercolour holds up on this. But for some reason, I've got the inclination to sort of use it as a calendar. Make my own calendar and have it stood up like that. Oh, is that just my weird thing? Or is that because I've got Art Snacks in my head? Because one of their prompts was to make a calendar, but the thing was huge. I don't know, I think that would make a fantastic calendar. You know, make some beautiful layouts. I'll have to have a think about that one. But this is nice though. I do like the feel of this leather. Obviously it's vegan leather. So yeah, there's a little bit of glue on the pen loop, but that's okay. Do we get a pocket? Oh, we do. We get a landscape pocket. These are nice wide pockets as well. Look how wide it can go. Yeah, I like this. And the gold rings as well. So when you're working, you can just literally flip it round. Nice. I like this. So just pop it back in its box. So I don't want to scratch up any of the things, even though I doubt they will do, but just in case. I'm not going to put the sleeve back on because I know I'm not going to need the sleeve, and I know I definitely am keeping these. Let's open this one. But again, this is the same packaging as the Traveller's one with a beautiful balloon and stars. Oh, look at this red. Look how nice this is. And the little compass. Put that there. So this one is not only beautiful, but is 112 line pages, 160 GSM ultrafit paper, which I think is pretty much standard for Archer and Olive. Although, did I think that they actually did a thicker paper once? Not sure. Don't take my word for that. That's probably my imagination. Let's open this up. How beautiful this belongs to. I don't think they've ever done a lined one before. I think it's always been dot grid or plain. So this is interesting. But it's beautiful paper as always and lays completely flat, which is why we love Archer and Olive. But this is a beautiful size as well. Oh, don't forget the ribbons. And again, look at that. We've got a gold logo on the bottom of this one. Which obviously matches the red superbly. And we've got another ribbon as well. And then a giant pocket at the back as well with a pen loop again. Oh, this is so nice. But what size is this? It doesn't say the sizes of things. Like, am I imagining this or does it not say sizes? Because this is obviously the Napoleon, which is slightly smaller. So it doesn't tell you the sizes. Oh, I will have to research. But let's pop this one back in the box because we have still yet another notebook to open. So many. So many. But this one I think I'm going to use for my dissertation, my sinister toad, as I call it, which is an anagram of the word dissertation, which I think is quite fitting for, yeah. So I've got that to write. So that will be really nice for that. It will actually make me want to go and write and do some notes for my dissertation because it's such a beautiful book. So thank you, Archer and Olive, for giving me a little bit of motivation to do my sinister toad. But does it say the size on here? No, it just says dot grid and then the pages. Okay. Where's this one going to be? And again, it's in the beautiful packaging for the subscription box. Look at the colour of this. Oh, and it's leather. Like the travel one. And it's got a little ship in the clouds with the moon and stars. But just look at how beautiful this is. Not as easy to take the sleeve off the leather ones. Okay, I'll cut it at the back. But look how nice. This colour is just absolutely gorgeous. Because when I saw it, I knew I was going to use it for my art journaling because I've just started doing that. But it's nothing to do with architecture. So I'm not going to like show it on YouTube or anything. I might show a little bit on like the social media pages things. But it's more for me to experiment and loosen up, because I found that even though I've trying to move away, doing architecture stuff away from the screen, i.e. not as technical, I'm still finding that I'm being very technical with traditional art supplies, if that makes any sense. So I've started doing art journaling with this Disney thing called The Happy Place. And they do all sorts of wonderful things that, you know, are really free and they're not very things. So hopefully that's going to spur me on to loosen up a bit. Because the more loose I become with using media, ideas flow better. And not only that, you can get some really creative concepts for buildings and things that way. But I'm still finding I'm being very technical with my art media, even though I've tried going the analog way. So just another thing that I'm doing as well. But this one's a dot grid. My rambling there. Beautiful pages. I just love the size of this. This is like A3 when it's opened up. Let me get an A3 piece of paper to see. This is just A3 printer paper. So it's the right length. It's actually a little bit longer in length, but it's just not as tall. So it's almost A3, which for an architect, A3 is like our standard go-to paper. A4 is too small. So these notebooks are fantastic. So Archer and Olive, I am pleading with you right now. Can we please have a notebook this size? I don't care what colour it comes in, what foiling's on the front. I don't care about that. As long as it has a 3.5mm dot grid inside, I'd probably buy all of your stock if you do that. Because I would love that so much. But yeah, I mean, and then we've got a beautiful big pocket at the back, a pen loop and a ribbon. Now, I can't remember off the top of my head how much this box is. I think it's $75 or $80, something like that, which obviously is more in the UK, plus you have to pay shipping in the UK as well. But considering what you get, bloody hell, in the box, it has to be more than what we pay for. It has to be. I mean, you've got two massive notebooks that are beautiful. You've got a smaller travel size one. You've got a pack of acrylic which are expensive anyway. You can buy them in the UK though. You've got some inks, you've got some acrylic blocks, you've got stamps, which I know stamping can be very expensive as well. And you've got sticker sheets, which again can be expensive. And you have this beautiful tote bag. This has got to be worth more than $80. I'd say it's more than $100. Probably maybe even $150. I mean, they do have pricings on here. This is the same. I don't know why I'm looking at them like they're different, but they're the same. They say the big journals are $32. The travel one's $30. The stamps, these are $15. The sticker sheets are $17 for both of them, I think. They say the tote's $30, and then the acryligraphs are $22 for 5. The acrylic blocks are $13, and then the inks are $6. So, yeah, I think this subscription box, if you love Archer and Olive products, is perfect for you. I mean, I've now, as I've said earlier, I've stopped bullet journaling, so I'm not going to use them for what Archer and Olive created journals for. I'm going to use them for dissertation writing, art journaling, and I'm really liking the idea of using the travel one as a calendar for my desk. So technically it is a little bit bullet journaling, just not in one book. But yeah, I mean, that is just the subscription box alone. I really think I am absolutely, I mean, I saw videos of them and I was like, yeah, okay, that's great, that's great, that's great. I mean, they look really beautiful, which is what made me get the subscription box. But having them actually here and that I can feel them, and by the way, the vegan leather smells so good. I didn't know vegan leather could smell that way. For me, it's worth it. I am very pleased with this purchase. Very, very pleased. And I'm not sponsored by Archer and Olive in any shape or form. I wish I was, but I'm not. But yeah, I'm very, very excited now to see what the next subscription box is of them. Which I believe they are quarterly, so this is March's box, so March, April, May, so probably June time we'll be getting another one. But yeah, and I'm just thinking, I know I have plans for all of these journals, but I know that if I keep getting subscription boxes, I'm guessing there's always going to be journals in the boxes, so that Facebook trade group I think is going to come really handy. So you can always trade a notebook for maybe some acryligraphs or whatever. So yeah. Yeah, I love this purchase. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm going to do swatches of all the acryligraphs in my Napoleon. Okay, so the Napoleon you saw me unbox is now my Giant Swatch book. The cover is just a cheap plastic one from Amazon. They're like £5 for a pack of 5. And I just cut a little sort of giant eye. So it just slightly across there. And then all the way down there and across there to get the ribbon out so you can use the ribbon. And I took the pen loop in because I don't really use it, to be honest with you. And then I just put some nice washi tape over the top just to stop like anything grabbing hold and tearing the plastic. But you don't really look at that side of your notebook, so it doesn't really matter. And it just protects the case and stops any little bits of thread, even though I can see a dog hair there. So yeah, this is my Giant Swatch book. And as you can see, my first page of acryligraphs. I've done the Journey Box ones from the March subscription box and obviously used some of their stickers. Then I had the Warm Fall and the Cool Fall as well. and the primer is on here, and then when I get the tropical or the jewel one, hopefully from a trade, I shall use put them there as well. And then I've got the spring collection as well, both sets of them. And then I'm going to colour this in with those colours as well and make that all nice and pretty. Then I've just repeated doing the same things on the craft paper, so I get a feel for how these colours work on different papers. And then again on the black as well. And then obviously I've cut into the papers to make these different sort of sections. Colographs. And then I've done the gouache, my Liquitex gouache. So I've split them up into different sections. So this one's the fluorescence, when I can speak. Then the black, greys and whites and the iridescence. The neutrals. I've created these little stickers, by the way, as well. I thought it was just nice to break up the pages from just being blobs. I will actually put them on my website that I'm currently working on. So when the website's available, I'll put it in the link below. And I'm going to start doing like little freebies of just these things that you can print out. Either print them out, cut them out and stick them on, or print them on sticker paper. So I'll do these Liquitex bottles, and I think maybe some of the acrylic pens as well. And just some other little bits and bobs. But as I say, I'm working on that at the moment, the new website, because I've changed the domain name and stuff like that. So I'm just currently working on that, and then I'll put freebies and stuff up. And once it's available, I'll leave it in the description bar. The other section is reds, pinks and oranges, then yellows and greens. I do like to see the big sort of blobs rather than just tiny squares, especially when it comes to paint, because you really need to get a feel for how it lays on the page and how opaque it is, and if it's going to leave brush marks, etc. Brush strokes, sorry. Then the blues and the purples. And then this page is just me trying out the Liquitex soft body with the ultra matte gel, because the gouache only comes in 50 colours and the soft body comes in, I think, like 128. So if there are any colours that I need but want flat, i.e. not the little sheen that acrylic gives, I can then mix it with the ultra matte gel and it actually gives you the same effect as gouache does. Because that's one of the things I love about the Liquitex range. They're completely interchangeable. And then this page is my, I've just used titanium white gouache and then put a few drops of different acrylic ink, and it creates a whole new shade of colours from the acrylic ink. So then again, you're expanding your colour range with the 35 colours that they do for the inks. But they make them quite pastel-y as well, and then obviously if you add more drops, it makes it more vibrant, and then the fewer drops, more pastel. But you have to be careful, because the more ink you add to the titanium white, it makes it runny. So just be wary of that. It's not as thick. But perhaps I could do the same effect with a medium at some point. That's another thing for me to experiment. So then I just repeated it again on the craft paper. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing as well. I'm also doing a colour chart to see how they all mix together and to get even more colours. I still have this little bit to do. And then there's another little add-on on the side as well, because there's quite a lot of colours. But it's interesting to see what colour variants I can get mixing from what. This is the whole idea of doing a giant swatch book, for me to be able to just quickly reference and go, right, I need that, that and that. And then I know exactly what to mix it up rather than spending time. So it speeds up my painting process, hopefully. So yeah, I repeated it on the craft paper again. And then on the black as well, to see how they react. I'm quite surprised with the black paper. Like, I thought the neutrals wouldn't show up. but then I thought the reds would be more vibrant, but they're not. And then again with the greens and the blues, I thought they'd be more vibrant. There's only that blue in these rather than those four, sorry. So it's interesting to see how they react on the black paper. Then the next lot I did is the Golden So Flat colours, which have only just been released. I'm going to do a whole separate video on the So Flats and comparing them to the Liquitex acrylic gouache. So we're going to see what they're like. But again, I do the same thing, just split them up in yellows, reds, purples and blues, greens, naturals. And then I'm going to do a colour chart for them as well and see how they mix. And then I have got just a single double page spread for the Caran d'Ache gouache. But again, I'm going to do a separate video on this because that stuff is quite strange. So I think that needs its own video. And again, just repeating it on the craft paper and again on the black paper. And then the last section, there's a spare white one. There's no more craft or black after that. So I'm just going to have like mixed stuff. Like for stuff that I know that won't work on the black or the craft paper. For instance, like watercolour is not really going to show up too well on the black. Maybe the craft. The books handle watercolour really well. Obviously it wrinkles your page a little bit, but if that really does bother you, you can always iron them out. But to me, I kind of like that sometimes. So I don't mind that. But this is the Sminke student grade watercolours. And it handles it really well. There's no ghosting. There is a little bit of a leak there, but that's because I was too close to the binding. So that's fine. And then I've created these pockets on each of them as well, so I can put like product guides or other little things. This is just a few luminance pencils that I do have from Caran d'Ache, but I'm not a huge pencil fan, so I won't get a huge set of those, just like these few colours. And that page is actually taken from one of the Archer and Olive notebooks that you can buy. You can buy these in Napoleon or just white, but I actually got this from a trade. Because in the next segment video, you're going to see that I've got a mystery bundle, spoiler alert. And one of the items I traded already, and I got this in return, so I'm really pleased with that. So thank you so much to Jade for the very successful trade. So yeah, I just use a spare paper to make things like that. So yeah, that's my Giant Swatch book. Obviously, as time goes on, I'll fill it up more and more detail, etc. I'm probably going to get another Napoleon Vintage B to do like my dry media. So this is my wet media, obviously stuff that I need to mix with water or with palettes, etc. I know acrylographs are technically dry media, but I do end up using a palette or water with them anyway, so technically they're wet for me. So the dry media will probably be like my pastel pencils and pens and other pencils and markers and stuff like that. So I'll then have like 2 volumes of my Giant Swatch book. But yeah. That's one of the examples of how I use the Archer and Olives. As time goes on, I'll obviously show you what else I use all my Archer and Olives for. But yeah, on to the next segment, which will be a mystery bundle. Okay, so I also ordered a mystery bundle. Now, a mystery bundle came, but there was only this planner in it, which is the A5 beautiful purple moth bullet journal. Well, notebook, not necessarily a bullet journal. Which was fine, but the package came quite beat up, so I think the other items that came in the mystery bundle had gone walkies from the long journey from the States. So I reached out to Archer and Olive's customer delight service, and they were fantastic. And they said they'll send me some more goodies out, which they have done, which is this one. Ooh, we've got a big one. So this, I think, yeah, this is their B5 Archer and Olive, and it is, oh, it's a vintage B craft paper. I actually already have one of these. So instead of me opening this up, because I can trade this in the Facebook group that I mentioned earlier, I might keep it. So I have, anyway, I'll show you this is the one I have. Oddly enough, I've got it on my desk because I'm just in the middle of setting up a reading journal. It doesn't come, this cover is separate. This is just what I purchased off Amazon. And it's just craft paper inside, dot gridded, as you can see, hopefully. Yeah, even the side camera. But it's got this beautiful gold vintage foil B, and it's just a linen cover. And then there's a pen loop as well, and a pocket at the back. And you can see my grid spacing already for the B5, because I've not actually done one for a B5 before, so that was different. And then of course the ribbons at the end with Archer and Olive, of course. I'm talking a little bit fast because my battery is running low. So that is that one. And then we've got some photographs. We've got the 3mm tip warm full selection. Again, I'm not going to open these up because I think I've already got this. I'm pretty sure I've already got those. Yes, I already have these. And they are these ones. Very nice indeed. I still love the smell of every time I open these, I just love the smell of the foam. I think that's why they'll stay in the boxes. I won't separate them just because I love that smell. I know, I'm weird. But yeah, sadly enough, getting a mystery box is always a risk. But I think I will actually put all 3 of these in for trade on the Facebook group and see if I can get something like, I like the March subscription books, which are bigger, which are these ones. So they're just a little bit bigger, but they're just so nice to work in. I really like them. I hope they do more of those. So hopefully I can trade for one of those or some different acrylographs, because there's a few that I don't have, like the tropicals and things. But A5 I don't really use. I find them just a tad bit too small for me. So that's why I'm going to trade that one. I think I already have a trade with somebody for a B5 notebook where it's just the paper rather than the book itself. It's notepad, sorry, not notebook. So yeah, I'm going to trade these 3 in on the Facebook group, so you'll probably see me on there if you guys decide to use it. Yeah, leave me a comment below and let me know what you guys use Archer and Olives for. I know people use them for recipe books, art journals, bullet journaling of course, just note-taking books, because I find that they're quite versatile now. Before I was like, oh no, they can only be used for bullet journals, but no. With the thickness of the paper, I think you can use them for practically anything. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you like this so I can buy more Archer and Olives. Feed my addiction. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. And in the meantime, happy Archer and Oliving.